They call these metallic coating. I'm certain they're the same as those titanium finish kits. Like this.
Wow.
Salutations fellow hobbyists and welcome to the TOYAMA23 hobby channel. It's time to do a new hobby head video and let's zero in by thinking hard and loud about the Full Mechanics 1/100 Gundam Aerial. First of all, full disclaimer, I'm not big on 1/100 full mechanic kits, but they have been piquing my interest recently, such as the Full Mechanics Miles Kenbo, because cockpit and pilot figure doing busy pilot figure stuff. No, I don't have one yet because I procrastinate and they ran out of the special clear runners. And now there is the Zan. So many options.
Whoa.
Sorry, off topic there. Okay, focus, zero in on the Aerial. Now this is noteworthy because for one, the high grade kits are selling like hotcakes. It's not often where we see high grade running out of stock and up for pre-orders so quickly after its initial release. And they have announced this Full Mechanics Gundam Aerial way before they aired the first episode of Witch from Mercury. Yes, it promotes the anime series, I know, but I also like to think they really want to celebrate how noteworthy this new Gundam design is, because it is something special. Yes, it was strange looking to me when I first saw the line art at first, but after watching some clips of how the Gundam moves and other review the high grade, I must say, I appreciate the Gundam Aerial's design. A lot of what Bandai did with the Witch from Mercury series broke the mold, so to speak. For example, like a female protagonist, a feminine mech design but not overly girly, brighter tone compared to IBO and 00 otherwise, white box for high grade. This is not something they would traditionally do, and above all, they have to make this appealing to guys. I'm saying it just cause guys make up the majority of the Gunpla community, and that's quite the balancing act.
Wow.
Apart from that, for some reason, this gives me the same vibes as this. Not one of the popular series, I know. However, the G-Self Gundam is still awesome. The Gundam design. That's the one good thing we got out of this. Till today, we, the hobbyists, are still begging for a master grade Verka. So, maybe, I'm speculating here, that's the reason Bandai is releasing this Full Mechanics kit. You know, that way, in case G-Witch bombs, we could at least have a 1/100 scale of the Aerial Gundam. However, the 4,180 yen question is this just an upscale of the high grade? Well, let's zero in by first comparing them side by side. And right away, what stands out to me is it's been redesigned from the ground up. There are way more surface details to panel line. The color is a slightly different hue, but this says it's a CG representation, so take that with a grain of salt. And the proportions have been slightly tweaked. Let's start from the top. There are obviously more details that has been squeezed in. Way more definition added to the face. However, the bridge between the V-fin looks very different. The high grade is more anime accurate, if you're wondering. Proportions wise, the Full Mechanics has a smaller head, at least to me. Beam saber hilts have had more details on them. Now, shoulder armor has been raised, not as anime accurate, but hey, it accommodates the clear parts. Glad that that's not stickers like the high grade. The torso is more slimmed up and slightly elongated height-wise. The front skirt armor has also been redesigned in favor of adding articulation, I believe. The underside is a complete white armor. I'm sure that means the action-based plugin is on a different spot compared to the high grade, which I prefer. The upper part of the legs, much more pointier, and they have much more details to give the illusion that the thigh looks slightly smaller. However, the calf and shins are on a bit more of the wider side compared to the high grade. The feet of the full mechanic is sharper, however the feet armor is slightly smaller. The shield is also tweaked, more angular and flat. Biggest thing is this black in the yellow. It's an actual piece, so I don't think there are any color correcting needed. The high grade needed painting right there in that spot. Now, the back. We see no baby nubs behind the V-fin. However, I think the stuff with the baby nubs might still be there. There are also more details on the back of the neck. The backpack is also smaller on the full mechanics but more detailed. I do like what they did with the lower back. Perhaps this is why they made the torso taller, so that we can see these details. From the back you really see more inner frame standing out, and the exposed sections are quite detailed. Just compare the arms and legs. From the back of the shield is where you see quite the difference. It makes the high grade look more on the toyish side. If the seam lines are bothering you on the back of the legs, don't worry, the high grade has them too. They just hide it in this picture. However, if they made those seam lines part of the panel line, then running some black ink on it will add the illusion of height to the Aerial Gundam. Now that's all I can get out of that. But before I move on, what about you? Please let me know your thoughts on the comments below. And if you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button and notification bell to not miss more videos from me. Now, let's talk about the actual kit itself without any other comparison. As I'm sure we can all agree, it is an upgrade from the high grade kit, on paper at least. You do pay more for it, so it better be a step up. At least we know it's better in the detail department. Now let's see what makes this kit a full mechanics. Based on this picture, we have inner frame for the leg and arm, but I don't think it's a full one. But it's better than a minimal inner frame, meaning what's exposed has quite a lot of details on them. What's hidden does not have details, and they are there to serve their function, holding the armor in place. They are not layered, a simple construction. The full mechanics Barbatos had more details on its inner frame armor. But we must give props to the fact that it has variable hip movement, something usually on master grade and real grade kits or higher. Next, it looks to be that there are no stickers on this kit, only for the eyes and camera. That means they mold everything in the right color, and no polycaps. That's a sign of a great kit, usually. Now, let's talk about the main gimmick that they are extremely proud of. These veins or circuitry, whatever they're called, they're metallic coating. I'm certain they're the same as those titanium finish kits. Wow. Like this. They are a harder plastic to work with, but being such a small piece and used sparingly, as long as they make them undergated, we would not have anything to worry about, only to recognize the depth from having clear plastic over top will make it look stunning because they are highly reflective. There are also many armor shifting gimmicks that move in tandem, something mainly on master grade kits. So Bandai is not skimping out on us here. And this iconic pose, I'm sure if you're following the development of the series, the first time you were introduced to the Gundam Aerial was this pose. So it's great that you can recreate it. And also kneeling down is a sign of good articulation on the kit. I do prefer the beam effect on this kit compared to the high grade. Another point out are these swappable fingers, much akin to some master grade kits. Speaking of master grade, if Bandai wants to make a master grade of the Aerial Gundam, it would be epic. And I say that because of this fact. The first full mechanic kit, way before they rebooted the series, was the Barbatos. It had full inner frame and really launched the line for a bit. And thanks to that, when they made the Master Grade, it had to one-up the full mechanics, and they pulled it off. Today, many hobbyists regard the Master Grade Barbatos as one of the greatest Master Grade kit. There's just something beyond about that kit. If you know what that je ne sais quoi is, please drop a comment below. Now, in my eyes, this full mechanic kit is halfway there to making a great Master Grade. But if a Master Grade does not come into fruition, I'm sure this full mechanics Gundam Aerial would suffice for a 1/100 Bandai kit. So what are your thoughts? Me? I am biased to Master Grade, so I don't think I'll be getting it. But if you are, comment below and let me know how great this kit is once you get a hold of one. Perhaps I'll make a video of what I want in a Master Grade Gundam Aerial in the future. Let me know if that's a video you want to watch. With that said, it's refreshing making a video and talking about this full mechanic Gundam Aerial. So tell me, did you pre-order one? Tell me if the series Which from Mercury is any good. I'm waiting for the English dub before watching it, so no spoilers please. And if you like what I'm doing here, give this video a like or subscribe to the channel. It really helps me a big bunch. Thanks in advance for doing so, and thank you so much for watching this video. And fellow hobbyists, keep things awesome, keep the hobby going, and keep the hobbyist alive. I am TOYAMA23, signing out.